Welcome to Movie World, the place where we only talk movies. I'm Andy Signor, and I'm here to review Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk. And guys, I'm telling you, if you don't know a lot about this film, stop looking. I'm not going to spoil it. Don't go look it up. Just make a note to watch this film at some point because I absolutely loved it. And I loved it because I knew nothing about it going in. It actually surprised me in ways because it took some turns I didn't know whatever was coming. And I just think you'll enjoy the film even more if you don't watch the trailer and look more about what it's about, because sort of the film is about a man sort of discovering himself in a way that I found immensely entertaining and surprising and fun. And Bob Odenkirk, bravo, sir. What a sort of against type character for him to be able to play, where he does get in some fights, gets to do some action, and it's interesting to see him in that world, but he totally pulls it off. So I got to tell you a little bit about this film without spoiling anything. I'm going to be as careful as I can because in case you haven't seen it, if you've seen the trailers, you know what you're in for, and I'm telling you, you're going to enjoy yourself, I think, still. But for those of you who don't know what this film is or anything about it, I'm trying to be careful because I want to review it in a way that gets you excited, doesn't overhype it, but gets you excited to know what you're sort of in store for. The film is directed by Ilya Naishuller. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, Ilya, but Ilya made a film called Hardcore Henry, which is insane. If you've never seen it, it's like a video game. You're just running around through the POV of the star. And the movie is seemingly one long take where you're watching through his POV the entire movie, and these crazy action sequences throughout it. The movie's a little chaotic for me. There are sequences that are fantastic, and from a technical perspective, I was blown away by this film. But you can tell that this director clearly this movie allows him to do some crazy things at times, but also get a little bit more grounded and tell a sort of simpler, more tight, condensed story than I think Hardcore Henry did. Hardcore Henry was more style over substance in a way, but the style was so cool and the premise was so great that it worked. I still enjoyed myself, but this film is, for me, a much better film, much better character development, everything about it just sort of a new level without... and still some amazing action sequences, etc. It's also written by what's his name? Derek Kolstad, who created John Wick, wrote and created the John Wick films, who is apparently not coming back for 3 and 4. We're going to talk about that live over on Popcorn Planet, where I do my live streams tonight. But apparently he's not coming back for that film, but created this character of John Wick and wrote a movie that some ways has some parallels. So knowing those two previous movies, sort of the crazy chaoticness and then the sort of seemingly more grounded action of John Wick, sort of keep those tones in mind as you go in to see Nobody. So Nobody stars Bob Odenkirk, and I'm going to even read the premise they have sort of online, but I'm going to read it even a little bit more carefully because I'm trying to protect you guys from any spoilers. Bob Odenkirk plays Hutch Mansell, an underestimated and mild-mannered family man described as being unresisting to his life's hardships. One night, 2 thieves break into his suburban home, and he declines to defend himself or his family, hoping to prevent any serious complications. His son, his wife, all became played by Connie Nielsen from Wonder Woman. They just are immensely disappointed with him and begin to drift away, as they've already been drifting away. The incident ignites a resentment about being an unsubstantial father and husband. And then the film proceeds. That's all I'm going to tell you. So it's sort of one of those, some inciting events that changes our character as you learn more about the character and what he's capable of and what he wants to do and how far will he go to sort of save and update his family. I mean, other films I can think of similar, like Falling Down in a way, I think is a good one to sort of compare to this. I don't want to tell you too much of the genres because, I think you'll probably, it's not like there's some massive twists and surprises, but I just think movies back in the day, if you just didn't have everything just sort of, told to you. And a lot of times you just put in a movie here, this is a cool action movie, and then you watch the movie and you're surprised. And to me, Nobody harkens back to the day and age of that type of film, where it just feels like it unravels in an exciting, different type of way, where you're excited, surprised, fun, have fun with it. And I really enjoyed it for that reason. Now, I think I'd still enjoy it knowing what it's about. So I know a lot of you probably already saw this trailer and were like, oh my God, I gotta watch this. But I don't want to overhype it. Just go in and enjoy it. Just go in and enjoy a movie without everyone telling you what the plot's about. Just sort of see how it unfolds for yourself. And to see Bob Odenkirk in this film is another extra layer of just sort of how fun this is. So again, it's a It's 92 minutes, which is just perfect. I probably could have sat and watched longer, to be honest. His father is played by Christopher Lloyd. So nice to see Christopher Lloyd back in the film. Connie Nielsen does a good role, and RZA from is in it as well. It's just RZA plays like a sort of, again, I gotta be careful on how I say all this, but RZA from Wu-Tang Clan is just sort of like a buddy of his from the past. That he talks to from time to time. And it unfolds in a fun way. The action, there is some action sequences in it, some fight sequences that are just fun as you watch this guy get pounded. He's a nobody is sort of what the premise is about. As the film starts, who are you? Just a nobody. And you sort of find out, what a man is capable of with this adorable cat here. So again, not much more I'm going to tell you guys. So I implore you to check out Nobody, which opens in theaters this Friday, March 26th. I don't think it's on streaming. This is one of those Universal films that they made the deal to go at the 14-day window where they are in theaters strictly first, and then they'll be on VOD and other platforms, I think, after that. But Universal, in theory, would be Peacock, I believe, is where you'd think the Universal movies would immediately go jump to. But this film, I think, will just be out there. They would be very wise to just sort of leave this in theaters for a little while and have it be one of those movies that people are like, what is that? I want to go to a theater and see it. And it didn't cost too much to make, but I think people who watch this in the theaters will have a blast with it. And so it's one of those movies that if you can go to a theater, you don't need to see it with a packed crowd. You see it with a handful of people, and it's playing there, and you can support your local theater safely while supporting sort of an indie film to an extent. I implore you to go give it a shot. Again, the director of Hardcore Henry, writer of John Wick, starring Bob Odenkirk, in a who would have thought action film. I give Nobody props. So there you go, have it. I'm just trying to I also want to sort of talk about what's going on this channel while I have you here. Movie World is going to have some interesting new content coming soon, so I want to implore you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'm curious if you guys like these reviews here versus my other channel, Popcorn Planet, or if you watch both channels. I'd love for you to leave some feedback down below. Ignore my Popcorn Planet logo there. Subscribe here, obviously, but I'm just showing you how to leave the comments. I'm curious, did some of you actually come here because you didn't like the drama on the Over channel and you like my movie talk only? Leave your feedback here, because I have a couple other concepts that I'm brewing with that I'm excited to debut to you guys, and I'm debating whether to put them here or on Popcorn Planet. Popcorn Planet is a bigger audience. I get a lot more eyeballs there if it works, but when people don't click on it, it sort of just dies on the vine. And here on a new channel with Movie World, if I can get something that clicks, it might actually take off and make this be more of a specific movie channel. But there's so many it's a tough battle that I'm constantly wrestling with, how to sort of nurture this channel and give you the content you want, or would you prefer some regular ongoing stuff, or do you like me just talking about the movie straight to you, giving you factoids and fun little breakdowns of older classic films, reviewing the current films? I would love your feedback, to those of you who have been tuning in here to Movie World and what you tune into most here. So I appreciate your feedback down below in the comments. Thank you guys so much though for watching this one. Again, check out Nobody in theaters this Friday the 26th. Curious what you guys think. Hit me up when you check it out, and stay tuned for more here on Movie World, the channel only talking movies.